Good morning, Cersei High School. Today is Wednesday, March 29th. I'm Bailey Mills.
And I'm Jane Jackson. On today's episode of LTV, you can expect announcements over things happening here around campus, a story over spring play with Logan, sports with Jake, and your upcoming weather forecast with Justin. Let's get started.
3, 2, 1.
Senior high volleyball tryouts are April 10th and 11th from 3:30 to 5 at the high school annex gym.
Key Club will have its monthly meeting this next Tuesday, April 3rd, in the cafeteria at 7:35. They will take nominations for next year's officers and setting up mud volleyball tournament later in April. They need everyone present.
Juniors and seniors who received an invitation to join Beta Club. The deadline to turn in money for National Beta membership dues has been extended to Thursday, April 5th. If you received an invitation and plan to join Beta Club, please turn in your $15 to Ms. White in room 307 or Ms. Holman in room 323 by Thursday, April 5th. You are also welcome to contact either of them if you have any questions.
Now let's send things over to Logan with a story about our upcoming spring play.
Before this variation of play, one of you remembers the playwright that became famous throughout the English Renaissance times. Unexpectedly, this new version brought good reception, so we told the cast members how they know about Midsummer Night's Dream.
Our spring play is the Seussification of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and it takes Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream and puts a Seuss twist on it.
Before the rehearsals come into play, they already interviewed the one of their cast to recap one of the auditions behind the scenes. Ivy, who played Snout, got an unexpected role, and from the cast list, she's a little bit more surprised.
I felt pretty good about my audition, and when I found out that I actually got the role, I was pretty excited. I was hoping for a larger role, but I'm only a 9th grader, so getting a role at all is a pretty good job.
She knows the character and bet more how she'll be the different person.
Snout is really outgoing and lively, and he's pretty loud, and he's kind of a rambunctious character, so I feel like I fit into that.
Tremere, on the other hand, played Oberon. He knows how it feels to get about getting the role.
I didn't quite audition for him, but I was casted for him, and I'm cool with it. I enjoy his character. He's pretty funny to me.
William Shakespeare, who originally wrote A Midsummer Night's Dream, didn't bring Finally Elated to this version to get Seussified.
It follows the same basic plot lines as Shakespeare's play, but the characters have a lot more comedic relief in this one, and the way it's written is more appealing to students.
I told Miss Taylor how things compare from there to now.
This version of the play is a little bit sillier. The costumes in this set are a little bit more elaborate and fun. Tickets can be pre-ordered from eventbrite.com. When you get there, just look for Seussification of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I hope it goes really well. I like my cast. I enjoy it.
It's going to be a fun performance, and we hope that you all can make it to our show.
Therefore, be sure to watch the cast kick off the play on April 5th at 6:30 or April 8th at 2 p.m. Back to Bailey and Jaden at the news desk.
Thanks, Logan. I'm really looking forward to seeing the play.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss is my favorite author. I can't wait to go see it.
Now let's look at some more announcements.
Please take note, the Senior Assembly is now the Senior Scholarship Reception with required attendance for honor graduates and seniors who have applied for scholarships only. These students will wear their graduation gowns and be in the Fletcher Solards Annex cafeteria May 7th at 6 p.m. There are still several scholarships available on the website. Please check the expiration dates.
The C Scholarship is now available to seniors whose parents are members of C. Please see the website for a link to the application.
Textbook Corner will award 4 $250 scholarships for incoming freshman students attending ASU BB in the fall semester. The applicant must be attending at the BB campus and be enrolled as a full-time student. Applications available in the Guidance Center.
Tryouts for the 2018 SHS Lion and Lady Lion golf teams will be May 14th and 15th at Searcy Country Club. Any student wishing to try out must sign up in Coach Turney's room 117, have a physical, and return the information sheet. There will be a mandatory meeting in Coach Turney's room on May 10th at 3:15 for all students wishing to try out. Free physicals at school are scheduled for April 6th. Physical forms and information sheets can be picked up in Coach Turney's room.
Any candidate trying out for varsity, cheer, or line stepper can wait to have their physical done free of charge here at school on April 6th during 6th period.
Seniors, if you've been accepted by an accredited school or cooperative program in the architecture or construction-related engineering program, please come by the Guidance Center for an application for the Society of American Military Engineers Scholarship. Now let's send things over to Sammy with a behind-the-scenes look at stagecraft.
As many people know, SHS puts on 2 drama productions a year. And while many people work towards earning a major acting part in each production, there are others who spend their time making sure every play is successful. Here is a behind-the-scenes look at the class that makes every play possible.
Stagecraft is where students learn all of the behind-the-scenes aspects of a show.
Stagecraft, you learn about all technical elements of theater.
I took this course to show off my true talents and what I have.
They build the set, they record the lights, they record all of the sound effects, and then they create cue sheets for lights, sound, costumes, props.
Being able to design is a must, for there are many expectations and tasks that comes with working in stagecraft, all of which control a certain aspect of a play, from lighting and costumes to even the set of the play.
If we got a project, we'll all group together on that one big project, and then we'll kind of venture off on the smaller projects, doing whatever is needed. It just depends on how big they are. Some can take a few minutes or an hour, and then some takes a week just for us to get it put together and then start attaching stuff.
Doing whatever is needed is correct, as it is a challenge to make sure that every aspect meshes perfectly and seamlessly with each other, whether it be making a small prop to directing every little aspect of production.
It's always challenging to make a play because of all the aspects that go into it, but it's also a lot of fun because you get to be really creative. It's very hands-on. As
SHS continues to produce performances, Stagecraft will continue to work towards the production of props and sets that in turn make every show a big success. And if you would like to assist in the creation of a future play, Stagecraft may be the class for you.
Thanks, Sammy. They put in a lot of hard work and dedication.
Now let's send things over to Justin with your latest weather updates.
Good morning, Cersei. Let's look at today's weather. Today you'll have a high of 67 with AM showers, and you'll be having a 50% chance of rain, and your winds will be going at northwest at 9 miles per hour, and humidity will be at 72%, and your sunrise is at 6:57 a.m. Let's look at tonight. Tonight you'll be having a low of 43 with partly cloudy skies, and your rain will be at 20%. Your winds will be going at north at 8 miles per hour, and humidity will be at 73%, and your sunset will be at 7:25 p.m. Onto the almanac. For average temperatures, you'll have a high of 67 with a low of 43. Your monthly average of precipitation is 4.78 inches, and your month to date is 2.58 inches. Let's look at this 5cast. Friday, you'll be having mostly sunny skies with 68 degrees as your high and 43 degrees as your low, and you'll be having 10% chance of rain. Saturday, you'll be having partly cloudy skies with 71 degrees as your high, 50 degrees as your low, and you'll be having 10% chance of rain. And Sunday, you'll be having PM showers with 63 degrees as your high, 37 degrees as your low, and 60% chance of rain. Monday, you'll be having mostly cloudy skies with 56 degrees as your high, 44 degrees as your low, and 20% as your rain. Tuesday, you'll be having showers with 63 as your high and 35 as your low with 10% chance of rain. So it's going to be sunny, but it's going to rain here and there, but hopefully it clears up.
That's fine with me. I actually like the rain.
I can't wait for it to get warm so I can finally feel like summer.
I know, right? All right, let's look and see what we're having for lunch today. Today we'll be having a breaded chicken sandwich, chicken spaghetti, tater tots, seasoned green beans, peaches, cupcake, apple, and milk.
If a student has turned 16 years old this school year, a second MC4 immunization is required after turning 16 years old. Please bring a copy of your shot record to the nurse once you have received the second MC4 immunization.
Seniors, if you need extra announcements, they're available in the East office. Please see Ms. Daves, and the cost is $1 each. Now let's send things over to Jake with sports.
Good morning, Searcy High. Hope you had a great spring break as it was filled with some action-packed sports. And I'm here to catch you up on what you may have missed. Let's get started locally. The Lions baseball team rode a 6-game losing streak before winning their game against Junction City this past Saturday by a score of 5-3. They will be in action on Friday at 4 p.m. against the Morrilton Devil Dogs in Morrilton. As for the softball team, they won their game against Heber Springs just before spring break by a score of 10-0. The softball team was in action on Monday when they took on Morrilton, and they won their game by a score of 2-1. Moving to soccer, both men and women will be in action Friday at Batesville as they take on the Pioneers. The girls will begin at 5 and the guys will follow at 7. We talked to one of the soccer players to get their thoughts on the upcoming game and the season so far.
Going over a lot of different drills and different game type scenarios. One that helps with footwork, and then the 3-on-2s and 2-on-2s. At least get to the state tournament. Make sure people don't score.
In national sports, March Madness is reaching its end with the Final Four this Saturday, and the clock has not struck midnight on this Cinderella story as the 11-seeded Ramblers of Loyola Chicago defeated 6-seed Miami, Florida in the round of 64 after Dante Ingram hit a long three-pointer just before the buzzer, lifting Loyola Chicago to a thrilling 64-62 win in its first NCAA tournament appearance in 33 years. Next up for the Ramblers was the 3-seeded Tennessee Volunteers, and once again a prayer was answered as Clayton Custer's jumper got that friendly bounce with 3.6 seconds left, and the 11th-seeded Loyola beat Tennessee 63-62 in a South Region round of 32 matchup. In the Sweet 16, with Loyola clinging to a 1-point lead and only 6.3 seconds remaining, Towns nailed a decisive three-pointer to help clinch a 69-68 win over Nevada. The Elite Eight was the next stop for this carriage, and the Ramblers were able to knock off Kansas State by a score of 78-62. The last championship from the Ramblers came from the 1963 team. All thanks, of course, goes to Sister Jean, a 99-year-old nun who travels with the team to all the games. She will also be receiving her own bobblehead. We will see how the Ramblers fare out against the Michigan Wolverines on Saturday in the Final Four. That's all for Sports Searcy. Let's send it back to Bailey and Jaden at the news desk.
Thanks, Jake. Well, that's all we have for Lion TV today. I'm Jaden Jackson.
And I'm Bailey Mills. If you missed an episode, you can go to CerseiLionPress.com and click on the Lion TV link. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Searcy High Lion TV.
We'll see you guys again on Friday. Have a great day, Cersei.